Now, please stand up for the national anthem of the team. First, Philippines. And now, Jordan.
Welcome to Tehran, Iran from me, Tim Long. Jordan set to face off against already eliminated Philippines here on the final day of action in the second round group phase of the 2016 FIBA Asia Challenge. Here's a look at the Philippines roster. Ray Bello, the number 12, an absolute superstar's performance so far in this tournament, averaging 21 points per game. He had a tournament high 30 points against Kazakhstan yesterday. Look there at their starting five. They have 6 out of their 10 players on this roster, averaging between 7 and 8, with the other 2 of the 12-man roster averaging in double figures. Really quick look at the Jordanian roster. Dar Tucker, the standout player for them, a phenomenal 25 points per game across the first 4 games, as well as impressive stats across the rest of his stat line. And they've got some impressive stat lines looking down their roster. Mohammed Hussein, 11.8 points, 6.8 rebounds. Zaid Abbas, impressive 21 points and 7.8 rebounds. And Sinan Eid, averaging also in double figures in just under 16 minutes per game. Coach Sam Douglas's team still with top spot in the group to fight for. That would mean a potential quarter-final against Iraq or Qatar. A slip-up could mean a more tricky tie on Friday with Korea or Japan. For the Philippines, it's a huge disappointment after they thought they'd given themselves a chance of making the final 8 with their first win yesterday. But China's shock defeat to India means it's now not possible to make the top 4 in Group E. Nevertheless, they'll be desperate to end their campaign on a high and still have the qualification and classification games to play in a bid to finish 5th here in Iran. Remember, it's the top 5 teams at this tournament that earn their sub-zones additional places at next year's new and improved Asia Cup. The Group E table. The top 4 teams out of 6 go through to the quarterfinals on Friday. Jordan China and Chinese Taipei, 3-1 in the group so far, fighting for top spot. India with that impressive win, now clinching onto fourth. They're 2-2, and then below the dotted line, Philippines 1-3, Kazakhstan 0-4. Jordan come into this on a 3-game win streak after losing by 18 to China in their tournament opener. They've since beaten Kazakhstan by the same margin, then India incredibly by 56 on Monday, before a 26-point win over Chinese Taipei. An impressive performance yesterday. It just goes to show that anybody can beat anybody at this tournament, especially in this group. You think that Jordan beat India by 56, having lost by 18 to China, and then India yesterday go and beat the Chinese. The Philippines coming in 1-3 in their second round group, having lost both games in the preliminary round group, which carry through to this stage, before then losing by 10 to China on Monday, but defeating Kazakhstan yesterday by 12. A much improved shooting performance from them. They were at 47% inside and 41% from the outside, having struggled the previous day. And how impressive was Mark Bello yesterday. 30 points against Kazakhstan, 11 of 18 from the field, as well as 11 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals. And along with Dar Tucker of Jordan, we have 2 special scorers to watch here today. Jordan looking for the first score right off the bat, don't get it, but they're able to grab an offensive rebound through Ahmed Alamarsha, and he got fouled as well. A little too long from Alawadi. And there's another foul, so 2 fouls in the opening 14 seconds here. And both of them, you can see there on Kevin Ferrer. So still Jordan ball, the inbound, straight back for the 3, short this time. And they won't grab the offensive rebound off the miss from Zaid Abbas. Turned over straight away by Philippines though. Because it goes towards Tucker on the far side, and Jordan turned the ball right back to their opponents. Chong bringing the ball over half court. On the turn, an air ball thrown up. First shot of the game for the Philippines by Bello. He's going to step in and try again. Another air ball, would you believe, after his 30-point game yesterday. And here comes Jordan looking for the first score. Still, we don't have it in the opening minute, but it's another foul on the Philippines, this time on Escotto, and that is 3 team fouls in the opening 51 seconds. And that one, the first shooting foul of the game, so Mohamed Hussein goes to the line for 2. 11.8 points, 6.8 boards and 1 steal per game so far for him. Shooting a superb 21 out of 30 from the field, 70%. Although just 50% on that trip to the line. Jordan registered the game's first point. Here is Bello again. On to Chong. Chong waiting for Pogoy. Pogoy off the mark with a shot, still no field goal. This is Dar Tucker. He's certainly capable of providing it. 25 points per game. Alawadi steps in for the long 2 and knocks it down. Chong moving the ball back. They'll drive inside with Escotto. Nice little bounce pass. Shot off the glass won't go though for Van Opstal. Wasn't anywhere near the basket. Here goes Abbas. Across to the corner, another one this time for Alawadi. Back-to-back field goals for him, and Jordan start with a 6-0 run. Scotto fouled by Tucker. First foul of the game for Jordan on their new naturalised player, Dar Tucker. He's also had 6.5 rebounds, 3.8 assists and 1.8 steals per game, as well as those 25 points. The tournament high 36 points in the game against Chinese Taipei yesterday, 14 of 21 from the field, along with 9 rebounds, 4 assists and 2 steals. Very impressive indeed, and getting better as the tournament progresses, as Jordan are as a team. Bellows ball in to Escotto, hands it off on the perimeter, gets it back, good look for 3. Abbas going to close him down, Alawadi with the rebound. And high by Hussein, across to Abbas. Hussein trying to get into Abbas's pass off the baseline. Good defense from the Philippines in the low post to stop the combination of Abbas and Hussein. Hussein called for the foul, second team foul on Jordan. The Philippines still looking for their first score. Pogoy will take on the 3 and hit the 3. That one halves the deficit. Abbas and Tucker combining. Tucker looking to drive into the paint, aggressive play, grabs his own rebound, puts it in, and a foul. Jordan with a chance to get their 6-point lead back. And the first score of this game for Jordan's star player. He does complete the 3-point play, following on from that 36-point game yesterday. Jordan have made an impressive start here with 9 points in the opening 3 minutes. Philippines looking for their second field goal, their first inside, and they get it through Van Opstal. Tucker moves it on to Alamarsha. Alamarsha for 3. Short, grabs his own rebound after the attempt from the outside. Nice hesitation in the paint, still can't finish. Philippines come away with it. Pogoy. Scotto finding Tolomia. Tolomia looking to find his way into the paint, stripped to the ball though, moved on quickly by Alamarsha. Here they come with Alawadi to finish full flow, the full length of the court. Pogoy stops on the corner of the key this time, but can't hit. Rebound grabbed by Alawadi. Abbas hung high for Hussein. Hussein disrupted as he went to shoot. Tolomia able to squeeze it past Dar Tucker and gets it back. And the high post to Scotto now moved on. Finger roll wouldn't quite go, and then the block from Abbas, and here come Jordan in transition again. Abbas looking to do the business at both ends of the court, gets bumped along the way. And that's team foul number 5 on the Philippines, with still 5 minutes and 41 seconds to play in the first. A huge concern to them, especially given the size that Jordan have got and the way they like to pound the paint. Zaid Abbas at the line. turning the ball over as they look to move it towards the corner. I do apologise if you have experienced any breakup to your picture quality. Certainly been no let up to the quality from Jordan in these early exchanges. Hussein to Abbas rising and releasing for three, off the mark, battling inside for the offensive board is Hussein, and another foul. Well, they wanted to travel, and they're going to get it, I think. No. Hussein does go to the line. The Filipino coaching staff and those on the bench desperately wanting the travel called on Mohamed Hussein and the turnover. Instead, it's foul shots for him and a chance to stretch the Jordan lead. Had a fantastic tournament at last year's Asian Championships, Mohamed Hussein. 12.2 points, 7.5 rebounds per game, shot 50% from the field. So along those lines again here in Iran. It's the Philippines who turn the ball over. And already down by 8, a chance for a first double-digit lead of the game now for Jordan. Alawadi going to fire a three again, hits it. First double-digit lead for Jordan. Colombia across the midway point of the first quarter. Just 5 points in 5 minutes for the Philippines. Bello. Still Philippines ball on this near side, and Jamar Perez comes in. Certainly a player who can provide a spark when they need it. So much energy and athleticism. There's Colombia moving it to Bello. He can certainly provide a scoring spark as he is closed down by 2. Backs off against Hussein. Bello still unable to hit in this game, and Dar Tucker with the rebound. Marsha's screaming for the ball, but Tucker clings onto it. Looks to drive into the paint and gets fouled this time by Perez. And it's yet another foul for the Philippines. And it's yet another trip to the line for Jordan. Three points so far for Jordan's number 3. Able to add another from the line. He shot 63% inside so far at this tournament, but 5 of 18 from 3, perhaps his Achilles heel if he does have one. The Philippines will call timeout here, with Tucker hitting both foul shots, and Jordan moving up by 13. Look at the team leaders for Jordan. 10 points already for Alawadi. 4 rebounds for Alamarsha. Alawadi 4 of 6 from the field in just 5.5 minutes. 2 of 4 from downtown for those 10 points. It's been an impressive start for Jordan. 18 points already in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. They have shown their offensive firepower in this second round stage. A 56-point win over India, a 26-point win over Chinese Taipei. And there you can see that field goal shooting percentages. 5 of 13 for Jordan, but the Jordanians hitting a couple from the outside and getting to the line. That's the key on a regular basis. 6 of 9 from the foul line already. And the Philippines right off the back of the timeout. Nothing is going to plan for them right now. Turnovers in 6 minutes. Perez looking to steal it back off Tucker. Lamarche able to turn away. There's Perez and Tucker in a battle again. Here goes Tucker towards the baseline, guarded all the way by Perez, and another foul. So 2 since coming in on Jamar Perez, 8 team fouls. And Tucker back at the foul stripe. Tucker 3 of 3 from the line so far. Make it 4 of 4. 6 points for him in around 6 minutes, and a chance to add one more. No problem whatsoever. Jordan hit 20 in a little over 6 minutes. They lead by 15. Perez, there's that burst of energy I was talking about, but he can't hit the shot. Rebound grabbed by Hussein. Here comes Tucker in transition again. High pass to Abbas, guarded by 3. Must be somebody open on the perimeter, but it's knocked away and out of bounds for a Jordanian ball. Tolomia, Pasumel, Ferrer and De Chong all coming in for the Philippines. Mohamed Hussein off the line, off the mark, from the line rather. Confirmation of those 5 on court for the Philippines, although I think that's changing. Indeed, that wasn't the updated lineup. Javier on court, along with this man, Pesumel, across to Tolomia. Now Ferrer. Ferrer trying to bundle his way between 2 and called for a travel. Just 2 field goals in 7 minutes for the Philippines. Seven turnovers in 7 minutes. And just 2 of 13 from the field. Another foul away from the ball. The Philippines reached the limit a long time ago. Third foul here on Kevin Ferrer. Only 7 minutes in. And Dar Tucker, 5 of 5 from the line. So far, back at the line, misses for the first time. That's the second one, so 8 points now for Tucker. Closing in on the 10 of Alawadi. Very much an opportunity for 2 Jordan players to reach double figures before the end of the first quarter. To Chong, guarded well by Abbas. And another foul on De Chong this time as Tucker grabbed the loose ball. So Tucker will go right back to the line. He really can fill his boots today, you feel, with this Filipino foul trouble. And there's that opportunity to reach double figures inside the first quarter now for Dar Tucker. At the moment, he looks capable of beating that tournament high 36 points yesterday. Points in just over 7 minutes. The Philippines will fire a quick three and knock it down. Just the third field goal for them. Pesumal. Here goes Tucker, lightning fast pace, but denied in the paint, and the Philippines get hit as they look to bring the ball down court. Foul on Ahmed Dalamarsha. You'd have to say at this stage, down by 16. It's not done and dusted yet with the amount of time left, but this is the stage where the Philippines really can't afford to let the lead grow if they do have aspirations of winning this game. For the long two, can't get to backfield. Time in the game for the Philippines. The three for Jordan is right on the money from Dalamarsha. They stretch the lead back to 19. There was contact away from the ball after the shot as well. And then there was contact after the call because there was a bit of a coming together between some of the players. And you can see the Philippines having to restrain Kevin Ferrer. And sportsmanlike foul has been called on Zaid Abbas. Looks like we've also got a foul on Dalamarsha. It's taking a bit of sorting out. 2 minutes and change remaining in the first. It'd certainly be worth seeing that incident again. Philippines will shoot the foul shots with Abbas having been called for the unsportsmanlike. It's Christopher Joyce Xavier. Gets the first. Scoreless in the opening 2 games. Came back with 6 points in 8 minutes against China. And another 6 points yesterday against Kazakhstan. Philippines with the 2 foul shots and possession off the back of the unsportsmanlike. Chong driving into the paint, but just running into a big wall, but able to turn away from Zach Aben here. Philippines within 15. It's the first time they've gone on a 4-point scoring spurt. Here's Dalamarsha, can't hit this one, and a chance to make it a bigger run for the Philippines now. And maybe to make it game on again towards the end of the first quarter. Into the paint, hung high and in from Ray Mark Bello, and if they can get him going, they can get back into the game. A 6-point run to close the gap to 13. Eads turns it over, so the Philippines, who'd scored just 8 points over the first round about 8 minutes, now have a chance of making it 8 in a minute. To Chong, into the paint, he hangs, but can't hit the shot, and you've got a good look at the basket, good room to operate. Can The Jordanians stop that Filipino momentum from the outside with Al-Marsha. Yes, they can. Lead back to 16, final minute of the first. Bello riding the contact, hitting and drawing the foul. Without a score in the opening 8.5 minutes of the game, Marc Bello. He's got a couple of field goals now. And a chance to add another point from the line and to close the gap to 13 again. "23 years of age, Bello looks to be a star that this Philippines team have uncovered over the course of this tournament. Moving forward, low catch, elevation, a shot off the mark for Jordan, a chance to make it as close as it's been in a while. Into the paint, left hand, switch onto the right, it drops for Bello with the foul again. Incredible adjustment from their sharpshooter. The foul on Abu Hawass. A chance at back-to-back three-point plays for Bello. A chance to make it a 10-point game. We saw the Bello burst in the game yesterday. He didn't score at all in the first and went on to hit 30 points. Over the next 3 quarters, we're seeing it a little earlier here. Here's Al-Marsha, can't hit from the outside, rebound grabbed by Zakab. Final seconds of the first. Jordan should be able to hold it for the final shot of the quarter now. Behind the back, into the paint, switch onto the right hand, won't go down, but it will off the putback from Ali Jamal Zakab. Big basket for Jordan, almost right at the buzzer at the end of the first, but a storming comeback before that from the Philippines, having trailed by as many as 19. They trailed by 12 at the end of one. Jordan 32, Philippines 20. Look at the shooting numbers, doesn't read kindly for the Philippines. They've hit 2 of 3 from downtown, but just 5 of 18 inside. Jordan pretty consistent until those final couple of minutes and battering the Philippines on the boards, 18-10, 6 of those on the offensive end. Look at the 7 turnovers for the Philippines. They all came in the opening 7 minutes though. They protected the ball far better in the final 3, and they got Bello scoring, and they got themselves back in the game. Players reaching double figures for Jordan in that quarter. 10 points apiece for Dar Tucker and for Musa Alawadi. Tucker 8 of his 10 points from the foul line. Alawadi hitting a couple of threes and a couple inside as well. And then how about Marc Bello? He missed his first 3 shots in the game, then hit 3 in a row towards the end of the quarter, including back-to-back 3-point plays for an 8-point burst. Nobody else for the Philippines scoring more than 3. Philippines down by 12 against Jordan. Lead has been as many as 19. Quick shot and under the basket. It's caught by Bello, who read the air ball and put it in. Double figures for him, and he's picked up in the second quarter right where he left off in the first. 10-point game. He goes to Tucker. Tucker with the crossovers between the legs, onto the right hand. So comfortable on both sides. Shot too long though. Zakab, offensive board, tries to free himself in the paint, almost able to get it to go. And then a foul called on De Chong. One of the key concerns for the Philippines in that first quarter, the foul trouble. They were at the limit with still, I think, 5.5 minutes to play in the quarter. They don't want to be in that position again here in the second. The first foul picked up in the opening 45 seconds. Alamarsha onto Tucker. Tucker again able to bulldoze his way into the paint and finish, just wiping out everybody in his path. 12 points in the game. 12-point lead for Jordan again. Quick catch and shoot for three. It's good for Von Pesumel. He's hit two from downtown. Philippines within single figures for the first time in a long time and forced Jordan to call timeout. There the Jordanian top scorers, the 12 for Tucker, 10 for Alawadi. And supporting them, Alamarsha, who's hit a couple from three-point range, and for the Philippines, Bello with 10. Pesumel, who's hit a couple from the outside now as well. If they can get players finding their range in support of Raymart Bello, they've got a very good chance of a comeback. A look at some of the other numbers. Jordan, I talked about dominating the battle on the boards. They've had 5 rebounds from Alamarsha already, 4 from Dar Tucker, 3 apiece for Alawadi and Zakab. Nobody for the Philippines with more than 2. Pass handing off to Tucker. Alamarsha back to Abbas, across to the far side. Alawadi looking to shoot the 3, puts the ball on the floor, moves it on, straight into the hands of Bello, gave it away. First foul on Alawadi, first team foul of the quarter on Jordan. Combination of that with a minute and a half played in this second quarter. Off the mark from the foul strike by Javier. Jordan trying to recover it on the near side, although Hussein can't get there. Bello into De Chong. De Chong, who's capable of chipping in with a few points, moves it back onto Bello. Bello has it knocked away. Into bounds off Alawadi, still Philippines ball. Get it in deep to Portimao. Tries to take on the 2-pointer. Amal, right at the end of the shot clock, he threw up a... Tucker. How about the shot from Von Pesumel, who's provided a scoring spark for the Philippines in this second quarter. He's got a couple of 3s, and then that 2. I don't think he realised at first that the shot clock was so low. Tried to get in towards the paint, He was forced just to toss it up there. That's 10 points from the foul line for Dar Tucker now here today. Lead back to 9. De Chong onto his left hand, attacking Tucker, steps back. Can't get the shot to drop, and the foul goes against the Philippines. Second on Van Opstel. It's already now 3 team fouls. Being able to limit themselves to 1 in the first 2 minutes, they then have 2 in quick succession and look to be in a little bit of foul trouble again. Straight into the hands of Pesumel. Pesumel in full flow, outside of him. Lovely adjustment on the shot and finger roll from Javier. Tucker steps back for the 3 and knocks it down. Dar Tucker. It's not been the best part of his game at these championships, the 3-point shooting. Well, that's his first attempt of this game, and he hits. Jordan back up by 10. Bella into the paint. Stops and pops, but can't get it to drop. Tucker. This time he hangs in the paint and hits with contact. Dar Tucker with a chance at a 6-point scoring burst and a chance to make it to 20 already. The 4th team foul coming quickly on the Philippines. 3 in a little over a minute. The 3rd personal on De Chong. And Dar Tucker, who's 9 of 10. In fact, I beg your pardon, I think it was 10 of 11 from the line before that one misses. Here's Bello, steps back for the 3. Might just start to get away from the Philippines again now. Bass, Bello trying to pinch it back off him. It rolls kindly for Jordan. Hussein able to grab it, but a foul I think has been called here on Van Opstel. That's his 3rd, and 5 team fouls for the Philippines inside of 4 minutes. Foul shot's good for Hussein. So the lead for Jordan has grown back to 14. And doubled it after the Philippines were able to cut a 19-point lead down to 7 earlier in this quarter. Back it goes into the paint, shot off the mark for Cruz, grabs his own rebound, misses again though. Here's Tucker. Tucker looking to slide in. Alawadi has to adjust under the basket and then thrown back out of bounds for a Filipino ball. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Jordan by 14, 43 to 29. And the officials with a bit of sorting out to do. Just gives the coaches a few seconds with their players. I think the message from Coach Reyes of the Philippines will be that you're very much still in this. We've shown that we can go on a run. reduced the 19-point lead that Jordan had in the first quarter down to 12 at the end of the first, and then down to 7 in this quarter. I don't want Jordan to extend that lead back into the high teens again, and that's a lovely burst towards the hoop by Ptolemy, spotted the gap and penetrated. First score of the game for Ptolemy. Tucker across to the far side it goes, in towards Hussein. He's going to back in now and try and bully Javier, picked up by Abbas, who puts it in. Rebounding still a huge concern for the Philippines, especially at their end of the court. Ptolemy across to Bello, looks to swing it to the corner, takes on the three himself and hits. Ray Mark Bello with 13. So it's an 11-point game again, just across the midway point of the second quarter. Davis and the rest of the Jordanian coaching staff not happy about a few things here. When it got to 19, they could very possibly have ran away with it, but the Philippines have shown their fighting spirit. Here goes Tucker. They have to show a bit more of it as they commit the foul. It's on, looked like it was going to be Javier. It is his first, 6th team foul. So Dar Tucker back to the foul line. He may as well set up camp there. He's spent a large part of this game on the stripe and fared very admirably. Continues to do so as well. That is the real cause for concern for the Philippines. How do you stop the fouls inside? And then you've got somebody the quality of Tucker penetrating, and players the size of Abbas and Hussein. Difficult to stop. Bello to Ptolemy, looked to move it on one further, instead takes the shot himself and knocks down the three from the high post. The Philippines just refuse to go away. 10-point game. Alawadi moving it on towards Abbas, pinched by the Philippines. Here they come in full flow with Ptolemy. Switches hands, can't get the finish. Offensive rebound and knocked away. The ball landing in the hands of Tucker. Foul, I think, has been called on the Philippines here on Bello. No, it's their coaching staff. They're not too happy with the calls on court. It looked as though his team was going to get an extra 2 and take it to an 8-point lead again. Instead, they send Dar Tucker to the line. It could have been a 12-point game, although a rare miss off the first for him. Quick advancement down court to Bello, who banks it in. Ray Mark Bello with 15 in the first half. It's a 9-point Jordan lead. Hussein swing across, Alawadi for 3, another one from the outside for Alawadi. Every time the Philippines threaten to build momentum, Jordan have something to shut them down. Bello lost that on the ball. Tucker now 2-on-1 for Jordan. Hung back to Tucker. Highlight reel play from Dar Tucker, who's put in a superstar performance in the first half. Timeout called by the Philippines. A huge blow to the chin of Coach Reyes' team. leaders for Jordan there. 24 points for Tucker now. Alamarsha, 7 rebounds in the first half, and some big three-pointers from Alawadi, who's also in double figures in terms of scoring. Coach Douglas's team. Philippines really have shown their character in this second quarter against a more powerful Jordan team. They have refused to budge and kept fighting, especially through the scoring exploits of Ray-Mark Bello. Every time they get close, Jordanians seem to pull away again as Perez looks to get them a little closer once more. Tucker into Hussein. Hussein looking over his shoulder, turns back towards the baseline. Open three, steps inside, meanders down the baseline and puts it in. Very composed play indeed from Alawadi, who now has 15. The lead 14 again. The three short, won't go down. Hussein reels in the rebound. Hugely significant 2.5 minutes now for the Philippines. They need to keep that fight up. Hussein called for a travel and turns it over. I just think it's been as many as 19 for Jordan. They reduced it, the Philippines, to 7. Then it went back up to 14. They reduced it again to 8. Only a minute or so ago, Jordan then with a 5-point scoring burst, the 3 from Alawadi, and then that big alley-oop dunk for Tucker, knocking the wind out of the Philippine sails. That's a lovely shot from Tolomia. The aim in the final 2 minutes of the half for the Philippines will be, I think, to try and make it a single-digit game at half-time. They're down by 11. Hung high in. Eight points for Hussein. It's not been a great deal of joy for him inside. 1 of 3. It's been more of a driving, aggressive game from Tucker, getting them into the paint. Alawadi, and how about his outside game? This time he's going to drive inside. Looks to find Hussein. Hussein twisting and turning, backs it in. Bullish play from the number 13. Double figures for him now, 3 of them in double figures for Jordan in the first half. Open 3, short, rebound, Perez lost it. Almost given away by Jordan, moved on though to Alawadi. Across to Tucker. Tucker for 3, yes! Dar Tucker stretches the lead back to 19. They tie the largest lead of the game. Tolomia, wide open 3, short. Tip won't go for Escotto. Really in danger of getting away from the Philippines in the final minute of the first half. Tucker for 3, bang! Back-to-back threes for Dar Tucker, largest lead of the game, and 30 first half points for him. Escotto back to Perez for 3, short, ends up in the hands of Alamarsha. And Dar Tucker has blown the game wide open in the final seconds of the second quarter. There's another 3, not that time as he was bumped by Pogoy, off balance with the shot. Little layoff to Perez, and a rare, easy deuce for Philippines. Alawadi giving the shot away, rebound Escotto. Got to throw it up from beyond centre court. 20 points is the half-time lead. After that scoring burst at the end of the second quarter from Dar Tucker, back-to-back threes to take him to 30 points, would you believe, in the first half. His team, Jordan, lead the Philippines 65-45. There's a look at the shooting from Jordan. How about that? 50% from downtown, nearly 50% inside. The Philippines have fought and fought and tried to cling on to Jordan. They've improved those shooting percentages, but they still trail by 20. The rebounds, a large part of the reason why. 31 to 20 in Jordan's favour, 9 of them on the offensive glass. Philippines really limiting their turnovers, protecting the ball better now after 7 in the opening 7 minutes, just 2 in the last 13, but still trail by a large margin, and that 30 points of Dar Tucker is the reason why, leaving 3 players for Jordan in double figures in the first half. And Alan Marshall with 9 rebounds, along with the 7 for Hussein. Tucker himself has 5 boards. You can just see 3 players on 3 for the Philippines there, showing just how Jordan have dominated the rebounding stakes, and with it, the scoring stakes. They lead at the break, 65 to 45. Join us for the second half here in around 10 minutes' time. fact, the final day's action in the Group 2 second round phase at the 2016 FIBA Asia Challenge. Jordan by 20 over the Philippines, already eliminated from any chance of reaching the quarterfinals, although they're certainly not without their fighting spirit in this game as they get the early steal, and Ptolemy comes all the way down court to get the first points of the third quarter. What a first half it was for Jordan, particularly for this man inside. Dar Tucker flips it up and gets the drop. And he picks up in the second half where he left off in the first. 32 points for Tucker. Quite a remarkable performance from him over the first two quarters. Ptolemy looking for a three this time, was saying he got hit on the perimeter. Nothing doing from the officials. The Philippines showed their capability and quality in the first half, at times in glimpses. Put together a run to get a 19-point Jordanian lead down to 7 at one stage. They need something similar to that, but better than that here in the second half. Certainly not beyond the realms of possibility, but unlikely the way the Jordanians have been playing. Abbas able to force his way inside and bank it in. It's a 22-point lead now. Here's Escotto, forced away from the stripe, and the pass off the mark behind Bello. Lack of communication and a turnover. This is not the start to the second half that the Philippines were wishing for. Tucker. Now Abbas puts it up and puts it in. Back-to-back field goals for Abbas, 7 points for him. I know that he can score big as well, but it was a low-scoring first half for him. There's one from the outside for Ferrer. The Philippines very much in need of points. They've been trailing by 25. Zaghab onto Alawadi, double figures in the first half for him. Back to Alamarsha. Alamarsha unable to hit. Zaghab almost followed it up. Scotto steps back for three. Another one for the Philippines. Back-to-back threes gets them within 19. Looks as though he might have had a toe on the line for that one. They've called it a two. Tucker, he was close to the line as well, but off the mark. Red miss of a shot from Dar Tucker. And another one for Ptolemy. The Philippines finding their feet in the third quarter. Here's Alawadi. Back to Alamarsha, onto Abbas. He steps back, checks it's a three. Can't hit it though. And Cruz comes down court with the ball. Ptolemy. Mark Bello looking to attack Tucker. The two star players going toe-to-toe. Bello twisting one way, then the other, forced back by Tucker. 5 left to shoot here. Ptolemy driving in, right hand off the glass and in with the foul. Ptolemy stepping up here in the second half for the Philippines. Second foul on Ahmed Alamarsha. Ptolemy with a chance to complete a 3-point play, having already hit a 3-pointer in this third quarter. He does add the extra one to that driving layup. 14 points in the game now for Ptolemy, just one behind Bello as the Philippines' leading scorer. 15-point game, down from 25. Foul called as Alawadi looked to drive in. It's on Kevin Ferrer. That is fourth, it is. So Ferrer out and Perez in for the Philippines. It's a 10-point scoring run for them. Pass off the mark, and they can try and continue the momentum here with Tolomea once more bringing the ball down court, once more escaping the defence, and once more scoring. What a spark from Michael Tolomea. He leads the Philippines in scoring. It's been a remarkable couple of minutes from the 23-year-olds, and when it looked as though Jordan were going to blow the Philippines away, they have clawed their way back into this game again. Tucker adding 2 points to his 30-point first half haul early on in this quarter as Jordan stretched the lead to 25, largest lead of the game for Coach Douglas's team. But that group of players just never say die. Tolomea 16 points to jump ahead of Bellows 15, and a run for them which they have scored 12 unanswered points now. And 40 seconds into this quarter, the lead was 25 for the Philippines. Since then, a 12-0, for Jordan rather, I beg your pardon, since then a 12-0 run for the Philippines. In the space of only around 2 minutes. Bass had it deflected out of bounds, still Jordan ball. Into a Bass, looking to get the shot away again, can't get the finger roll to drop, so the Philippines have a chance to continue that run. It's another three, in and out, halfway down for Tolomea that time. Tough one to take, especially with Dar Tucker coming down court to finish with the foul. A chance to make it 35 points in the game for Tucker. Second foul on Cruz. Tucker at the line, looking to make it a 16-point game. And does, so 35 for Tucker. Perez. A 12-0 run for the Philippines. Finally put to bed. Perez spinning in the paint. So much energy, but a wild shot. Needs to perhaps learn how to control that energy a little more efficiently, the 22-year-old. Abbas turning to the baseline. Perez able to grab the rebound. To the Philippines making it a game again, and largely down to this man, Tolomea. 18 points now, and most of those here in the third. Third foul on Cruz, third team foul on the Philippines. They've been able to limit those fouls a little bit more here in the third, after really struggling in the first and then struggling again in the second. A large part of the Jordanian offense has been bullying the Philippines inside and getting to the foul line time and time again. Dar Tucker is 14 of 17 from the stripe. Hussein there at the moment, now 7 of 10. They've taken 29 free throw attempts to the Philippines 5. And they've earned 16 extra points at the foul line. That effectively is the difference. Long two then from the corner for Javier. Wouldn't go. Here comes Tucker in full flow down court. Hussein is fouled and will go back to the line again. Roger Ray Pogoy, this time the guilty man, but he had to foul there. His first, fourth team foul on the Philippines. They had just one in the opening 3 minutes of this third quarter, but three in quick succession now. Chong is back in the game on 3 fouls. Hussein now 8 of 11 from the stripe, 12 points and 8 rebounds. Jordan Lee, Perez onto the right hand, spinning in the paint. Back out it goes to Pogoy, across to the far side. A bit more space to drive in, behind the back pass. Can't link up with Van Opstel. Philippines wrestle it back though to Chong. The Chong almost lost it on the dribble and Hussein able to pick his pocket. And then the foul called as well. Untidy, scrappy play from the Philippines. De Chong picks up his 4th and the 5th team foul of the third quarter. Those fouls really coming back to haunt them. It's one thing giving up a foul when you've got players like Dar Tucker driving at you in the paint, but it's another thing wasting one when you lose the ball off the dribble on the offensive end. Perez, long arms and athleticism, not good enough to breach the Jordan barricades that time. Al-Awadi for 3, another one from the outside for Musa Awadi to shut down the Philippines again. 4 of 7 from 3-point range. De Chong out to Perez for 3, he can't hit one. His shooting has been poor. Offensive rebound though for Javier. Back to De Chong. Chance now for Pogoy to attack in the paint. Knocked away by Hussein. Hussein free down court. Can he find a finish? Takes off and puts it in. The foul as well. Hussein at the line to try and take the lead back up to what would tie the largest lead of the game at 25. Wave of points, another wave of offense, just battering against the Philippine hatches, and they're forced to call timeout, trailing again by a humongous deficit. They have let Jordan build leads around the 20-point mark on 3 or 4 occasions. They've then been able to claw it back down to single figures a few times. You just wonder if this time might be one time too many. Very little foul trouble for Jordan. Fouls have been one of the Achilles heels for the Philippines in this game. They've given up 33 free throw attempts now to Jordan. Jordan made 25 of them for 76%. The Philippines themselves just 5 of 5 from the foul line, so a 20-point difference from the stripe and a 24-point difference in the game. Three-point play completed. Hussein ties that largest lead of the game at 25. Pesumel from the outside, his 3rd from downtown. Final 3 minutes of the third. Here's Tucker. Moving it into Hussein, back over to Alawadi. 5 from three-point land for him. Philippines hitting a 3, trying to claw their way back into the game again. Jordan come down the other end of the court and answer right back. Philippines will inbound the ball from the baseline. Those threes have been key from Alawadi. They seem to come at really significant times as well when the Philippines are looking to build some momentum. We're answering back to a Filipino basket. There's been a shutdown show from the outside for Alawadi. Pogoy's 3 short. Hussein picks up the pieces. A chance to make this the out-and-out largest lead of the game now. Tucker. Hussein almost lost it, able to gather it in. Back out to Alamarsha. Another 3, short this time from Alawadi. Pesumel. He's going to take on another one and hits it. Pesumel with 4 out of 5 from downtown. 22-point game, 12 minutes remaining. Surely not. Tucker turning inside, not with that superstar doing his thing still. 37 points. Pesumel spins in the paint this time and lost it out of bounds. Got a touch along the way. And what a performance this is from Von Pesumel, who is showing what he can do. Would you believe he was 0 of 11 from the field in this tournament over the first 4 games without a point from 29 minutes on court. Here today, 5 of 7 from the field, including 4 of 5 from downtown for 14 points. And those 14 points coming in the space of 11.5 minutes. Pogoy's basket making it a 22-point game. Final minute and a half of the third. Alawadi forced away, stolen by the Philippines, and Pogoy looking for back-to-back baskets, couldn't find the finish, knocked away again. They should gather it here. Pogoy has Bello in support, tries to go alone. A little bit erratic from the Philippines, and Pogoy picks up the foul, and that will send Jordan to the line. This lead is looking too big now to overcome as far as the Philippines are concerned. They've done a very good job, it has to be said, of keeping it from exploding into a dominant Jordan lead, an embarrassing scoreline by their own standards. They have showed their character and their drive and determination, and they have kept clinging on to Jordan throughout rather than really letting them get away. They still, despite all of those good qualities, trail by 23. And it has been a bit of a let-up so far in the scoring in this quarter. Thankfully for the Philippines, from Dar Tucker, 15 points per quarter over the first 2 quarters, just 7 in the third. An air ball from 3 for Pesumel this time. Final minute of the third quarter. Tremendous drive right through the defence from Abu Hawass, who's not played a great deal in this game. 25-point lead again. Pesumal getting it back on the perimeter once more. They put it up, and surely there was contact on the perimeter there on Kevin Ferrer, who's protesting his case to the official on the near side, saying he got hit. It looked to be contact from Alamarsha. Second foul on Abu Hawass will give Roger Ray Pogoy 2 foul shots, although Ferrer thought he should have had 3. Who hasn't played a great deal today either. Doesn't need a great deal of time on court to make his mark. Drives in and gets contact and will go to the line. Looks as though finally they're going to hold the Philippines at bay. Had led by 19 points in the first quarter, by 25 later on in the game, with the Philippines on a couple of occasions pulling it back down to single figures. But now it's been a steady 20 to 25 point lead for some time. We've had a technical foul called on the coach, Coach Reyes of the Philippines. So an opportunity for Jordan to stretch the mark now. And they put this one to bed over the course of the final 5 minutes of the third quarter. 27 points the advantage and possession. Final seconds of the third, another mazy run by Abu Hawass, who almost ended up out of the arena. Needs his teammates to go and pull him back. Final 6 seconds of the third. And a second foul called on Tolomir. Again, 10 team fouls in the quarter for the Philippines. I made that 29 fouls in the game. For the Philippines compared to 12 for Jordan. And it's translated in 40 free throw attempts now, soon to be 41 for the Jordanians. The Philippines have had just 7. Jordan closing in on a century of points in just 3 quarters. Move to the near side to Pogoy, off the mark. They got a good look for 3. The Jordanians have finally stopped the Filipino fight back, and they will finish the second round with a win. Still 1 quarter to come, but Jordan lead 99 to 70 at the end of 3. Tremendous shooting performance from the Jordanians, 51% inside, 11 of 23, close to 50% from downtown as well. And look at those foul shots, 32 of 41 for 78%. Rebounding numbers very much in their favour as well. You saw the fouls there, 28 for the Philippines, and turnovers give the Philippines some credit. They have been able to control the ball better, protect the ball better, but still the Jordanians have shown their offensive firepower. They have blown this game wide open. Start of the final quarter. With that great quality from the likes of Tucker and Abbas and the outside shooting of Alawadi. Jordanians have had a significant threat inside and out. Abu Hawass on to Bazai. Two players who've not played a great deal today. Bazai unable to hit. Here comes Bello. He's really struggled as he gets hit over on the far side. Raymart Bello to make his mark today after a 30-point game yesterday against Kazakhstan. 15 for Bello today, but I don't think he's scored in the second half. That contact on him then was called as an unsportsmanlike foul. So there's going to be foul shots and possession for the Philippines. Bello 6 of 12 from the field today, 2 of 2 from the line. It's Tolomia. In fact, who's taking the foul shots. Tolomia has been their standout scorer today. Would have been a chance to hit 20, although he misses the first, so he's stuck on 18 still. 8 of 14 from the field, including 7 of 9 inside. Bello's going to take this shot. And still no points in the second half for him. Here's Bazai getting in, backdoor, can't finish, put back in there. Great follow-up by Abu Wazena. Scotto. On to Bello. Tolomia can't hit. Rebound reeled in by Abu Hawass. Back out to Bazai. In towards the paint. Abu Hawass from the outside off balance. Here comes Tolomia. Quickly down court. Stopped by Zagab, whose big frame was flying through the air, and he says, me, yep, you. Second foul on Zagab, and one that will send Tolomia back to the line where he missed his last two. The Jordanians starting this fourth quarter without Tucker on the floor. You just wonder if that will be that for him. He's played 26 minutes, scored 37 points, surpassing his tournament high of 36 yesterday against Chinese Taipei. Rather than giving him the chance to make it a 40 or 50 point game, perhaps the coach will make sure he's fresh for the quarterfinals on Friday. Looking to attack that time, out of bounds it went, stepping away into the corner, wouldn't go for Sinanid. Bazai then is tangled up in the paint. This time the Philippines concede a foul that will send Jordan to the line. Third on Escotto. Sami Bazai, 22-year-old, who's played 7.5 minutes a game so far at this tournament. I thought it was a shooting foul, so did he. It's not. They inbound it, and it's put in by Zakab. Teheran across to the far side. Bello swings it to the corner. Wouldn't go down. Bazai with the rebound. Calling for it on this side is Kanan. Bazai goes for the shorter pass though to Abu Azenet. Comes to Kanan now. His three. Short of the basket, picked up by Bello. 2.5 minutes into the final quarter, and Bello, the Philippines' leading scorer at the tournament, remaining in the game. The Philippines want to put on a performance here in the fourth and close the gap, with the Jordanians emptying their bench for this final period, leading by 32. Bazai for three, stretches it to 35. So even with the bench players on the floor for Jordan, the lead keeps growing. Bello banks it in. Bello with his first score of the second half has 17. Kanar, no look pass into Zakab, mini hook shot wouldn't go. Ferrer moving it on, this is De Chong fouled, and he will go to the line. Ed De Chong, who has only scored 2 points so far today off 1 of 4 shooting and only 11.5 minutes on court, averaging in double figures over the first 4 games of the tournament. He has been up and down across this tournament so far. A very good game 1 against India, faded in game 2 and game 3. And then hit 17 points yesterday against Kazakhstan, 4 of 5 from the field, as well as adding 4 assists and 3 steals. He's faded back down again today, just 4 points now. Looking to apply some pressure to Jordan here. They're able to force it over halfway. Bazai to the corner, back to Bazai, closed down by Perez. He trying to grab it, just about saved it somehow into the hands of Bazai. Off the broken play, Bazai down court with the contact and the finger roll. So 5 points here in the fourth for Bazai, and a chance to add 1 more from the line as Perez picks up his 3rd foul. Points per game and 7.5 minutes per game for Bazai at this tournament. And 6 points for him in this 4th quarter. The Philippines able to get their own offensive rebound with Ferrer putting it in. Kanan to Abu Azenet. Abu Azenet looking to move it closer in towards the paint, to go back out to Eid. Eid fires it in to Abu Azenet again, stumbles over the ball though, and turns it over. Timeout for the Philippines, who have struggled to compete in the second half, despite a 12-0 run towards the start of the third. It's been around a 30-point margin for some time now. And, despite the scoring of Ptolemy, who's got 19, Bello 17, and Pesumel 14 for the Philippines. They have scored well, they have shot the ball well. They just haven't had an answer on defence for the likes of Dar Tucker, Mohamed Hussein inside and Alawadi outside. Look at the scoring from them, 37 for Tucker, who's yet to play in this 4th quarter. Alawadi 21 points, has hit 5 from downtown, and Hussein inside with a double-double, 19 points and 11 rebounds. bench scoring. The Philippines 58-19 ahead in that regard, but the starters doing the business for Jordan. Pesumal with another three. So Von Pesumal has 5 from the outside to match the 5 of Alawadi. Who's hit one in this fourth quarter, can't hit there. Escotto forcing it down court to Perez, shows his change of pace and finishes. 27-point game, midway point to the fourth. Perez showing his energy on defense as well. Foul called on Zaghab, his third. And 5 team fouls on Jordan, just across the midway point of the fourth. Talk about the starters doing the business for Jordan. You look at the 5 men that started the game for them. And they've got 37 from Tucker, the 21 from Alawadi, 19 from Hussein, 7 from Abbas and 6 from Alamarsha. Alamarsha who's also grabbed 11 rebounds. It's been a dominant starting 5 performance. Here's Bazai. Out onto his right hand towards the baseline, kick back out, chance for a 3. Won't go down. Offensive board for Zaghab though, and a fresh 14 seconds to work with here. Back in the hands of Kanan, who missed that last shot. They're going to go around the frame of Zaghab. Zaghab receiving the ball inside and getting hit, and he'll go to the line for 2. Fourth foul on Van Opstal for the Philippines. The Jordanians have been their offensive firepower throughout this tournament, and it's an offense that's clicking more and more the longer the tournament goes on. They did struggle in the opening game against China, losing by 18 and hitting 76 points, but then 89 against Kazakhstan in game 2, and 121 yesterday, or 2 days ago rather, against India, before 109 yesterday against a good Chinese Taipei team. Pesumal with another 3, that's 6 for him. He just continues to fire. He wants to show his coach and the Philippine nation what he can do. It's 111 points now for Jordan, so they've surpassed the 109 they scored against Chinese Taipei yesterday. I'm just wondering, just under 4 minutes remaining, if they can make this their largest score of the tournament. They need another 11 points to do so. Perez, meanwhile, at the line. He's given the Philippines a chance of hitting 100 points themselves. This is the second foul shot, though. Kanan. Zaghab. Kanan once more. This is Eid. Turned over by Jordan. It's the 4th foul on Zaghab. And Jordan already over the foul limit, so the Philippines straight back to the line. In fact, it's not been given that way by the officials. Pesumal hits another 3. 7 from the outside for Von Pesumal. Having gone 0 of 11 over the first 4 games from the field, Pesumel has come in to this game and shown what he can do. 7 out of 10 from three-point range. Pesumel, a large part of the reason why that Filipino bench scoring looks so impressive. 23 points off the bench in just 17.5 minutes on court, 8 of 12 from the field, 7 of 10 from downtown. The leading scorer in the game for the Philippines, and this performance from him coming out of nowhere from what we've seen previously in the tournament. The lead has been cut to 20, but the Philippines out of time surely with just 3 minutes to play. Eid behind the back, almost lost it. Can they recover the ball, the Philippines? They can. Now a chance to come down court. It's Pesumel. Swung around to Perez. Back it goes to the high post. Perez, they have to take their time now. Still plenty of time remaining on the shot clock. Pesumel, will he just try and fire the three? Perez will instead, and he gets hit on the outside, Jamar Perez. So he will go to the line for 3. A foul on Bazai. The Philippines thought they should have had a foul on a 3-point attempt earlier in the half. And they get this one. And a chance to make it a 17-point game if Jamar Perez can hit his foul shots. He's 3 of 4 from the line so far here today. A chance to move into double figures and become the 4th Philippines player to hit that milestone, although he misses the first. It's 10 points now for Perez to join Bello, Tolomia and Pesumel in double digits. Just 1 of 3, so a 19-point game. Got a back pass down court, just about saved on the baseline, but only into the hands of Ferrer. Ferrer loses the ball, I think off his knee, as he looked to attack quickly. I'll give huge credit to the Philippines for the way they've performed throughout this game. Jordan have looked the stronger team, the more physical team with a bit more quality as well from the likes of Tucker, Hussein and Alawadi, but the Philippines have continued to make it interesting by never really dropping their heads and always fighting and always looking to score. You imagine there'll be 5th place in the classification games. They will fail to make the quarterfinals on Friday. Pesumel, another 3! 8 from downtown for Von Pesumel after 0 of 11 in the first 4 games. $95 points for the Philippines as Hussein comes back in to hit for Jordan. 21 for him now. So the Jordanians have 3 players over the 20-point mark. Chong. Pesumel, will he fire again? Into the paint this time, moves it on towards the baseline and put in by Javier. The Philippines just 3 points off the century. Hussein inside, contact and basket. We're going to have a timeout with only around a minute remaining. And Jordan about to make it 4 straight wins here at the 2016 FIBA Asia Challenge and move through to the quarterfinals on Friday. The Philippines will finish outside of the top 4 in Group E of the second round and go into the classification games. Look to finish as high up the rankings in this tournament as possible. Rebounding numbers, 15 more for Jordan, a couple more on the offensive board. In fact, Jordan with more turnovers than the Philippines now. They had 7 in the opening 7 minutes, the Philippines, just 6 since then. Really impressive turnaround. Just wonder what might have happened had it not been for that poor start. Fouls have been the problem throughout. They trail by 20 in the final minute. Sinanid back out to the perimeter to Alamarsha. Here's Hussein inside, continues to score after coming back into the game. 26 now for Hussein. That will be largely overshadowed by the 37 of Dar Tucker. But Hussein has 26 points in 25 minutes, as well as 13 rebounds and 3 steals. He picks up his 3rd foul. 30 seconds to play. Looking to beat the 121 they scored against India on Monday. The Philippines still with aspirations of a 100-point game. And this is now their biggest scoring game at this tournament, beating the 98 they had against Kazakhstan yesterday. They're able to retrieve it back. Now a chance to hit the century for Pesumel. Yes! 9 from downtown for Pesumel. And over a century of points for the Philippines, who are going down with a fight. What a performance from the outside from the 23-year-old guard von Pesumel. We've had a technical foul called on Javier. Quite a remarkable shooting performance for von Pesumel. 9 of 12 from 3-point range, 29 points. Though he's going to end up on the losing side in this one, but he's played his way into his country's plans for tournaments going ahead into the future. And there are plenty on this Filipino roster who look like they could mount a challenge for a spot to some of the more regulars. Hung high, over the top though, of Abu Wazena. It's been a game full of stories and full of standout individual performances. 29 points for Pesumel with 9 3-pointers, having failed to score at all in 29 minutes on court over the first 4 games. 29 points in 20 minutes here this evening. 0 of 11 from the field coming into this one, 10 of 14 today. And there's a hard foul on centre court there, and this one getting a little bit out of hand right at the end with less than a second to play. Players, coaches and officials involved in having to restrain members of the opposite teams as Eduardo Junior de Chong was knocked down on centre court. So the officials having to get this all sorted out with only 0.9 seconds to play. The unsportsmanlike being called on Hussein. And Nick Bend to his wonderful game today. 26 points and 13 rebounds, as well as 3 steals and a couple of assists. Off 6 of 9 from the field and 14 of 18 from the foul line. And that foul shots to the Philippines that Pesumel will take to try and hit 30 points. And he still won't be the leading scorer in the game because Dar Tucker has had 26 minutes. The Philippines knew they weren't going to make the quarter-final after the victory of India over China yesterday. And they're just going to enjoy their time now here at the Asia Challenge as Ed de Jong takes the foul shots rather than Pesumel after de Jong was hit on centre court. Able to pick himself back up and take those two. Pesumel with the next one will now have the chance to hit that 30-point milestone. Chong takes a seat, gets the high fives all round. Might have a few bumps and bruises tomorrow. Pesumel now with 30. So possession for the Philippines as well, after the unsportsmanlike from Mohamed Hussein. And that will just about do it. The Jordanian joy continues at the FIBA Asia Challenge. 4 straight wins, led by a tournament-high 37-point game from Dar Tucker. Coach Douglas's team beat the Philippines 119 to 105. And there's plenty of tempers that need to be calmed down and plenty of relationships that need to be rebuilt, perhaps at the end of the final buzzer. Jordan taking the game 119 to 105, the largest scoring performance of this tournament from the Philippines as they bow out of any chance of reaching the quarter-finals. They move into the classification games. Jordan just 2 short of their largest score of this tournament, led by those 37 points over 3 quarters for Dar Tucker, as we see the dominant rebounding numbers here. Much improved turnover stat of the Philippines, but it wasn't enough in the second half to combat the disappointing first half. Jordanian firepower just blowing the Philippines away. The final score, Jordan 119, Philippines 105. Do stay tuned with us here, because we've got China against Chinese Taipei coming up shortly.